annual Pasco Forum. Have a round of applause. This is our third year of giving out $150,000 from the estate of our dear friend Pasco El Shivo to support causes in the Hazleton and Weatherly area. I want to thank you all for being here today and listen to the presenters for 3 minutes and 3 minutes only. No.
Hi, I'm Dave Pedri. I'm the President and CEO of the Luzerne Foundation. This is our third Pasco Shivo Forum here in Hazleton, and every single time I'm surprised.
We have 25 presenters here today. We have 67 grant applications actually, and we're able to cut it down to 25.
You know, from the foundation side, we're honored to stand with Pasco Shivo. The fact that he decided, hey, I want to do good things in the community and I want to do them past my death, I'm going to go to the Luzerne Foundation because they're going to continue my legacy. That's a heavy burden to carry, but it's one we do very easily, and I think we do it well. It's up to us to be the hub for nonprofits in northeastern Pennsylvania, and I think it's exactly what Pasco would have wanted.
Everybody who presents will receive a $5,000 grant, and it's up to you guys as the board as to who will get the $10,000 grants. And we're going to hopefully be able to provide 5 of those to the nonprofits as we move forward.
This year we had a diverse group, 17 nonprofits in the Hazleton area, a place where I'm born and bred, where I work with on a daily basis. We've never met them before. And then you hear the presentation and you hear the passion and the voices of the people who are doing these nonprofits, and I'm always moved by it.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me here to present today.
Good morning, and thank you for the opportunity.
I'm the Public Information Officer for Hazen City. We want to have a connection about local lands and waters and all that live within.
We have a food choice pantry, which is one of the only food choice pantries in Luzerne County.
They also learn more about the businesses and organizations.
I had no idea how many people and how closely connected the Hazleton and Weatherly areas are, and how, you know, if you know one organization, you get to know all of them.
If a woman comes to us in need, we see that she gets what she needs.
Well, if you speak to any founder of a not-for-profit organization, we didn't get into it to ask for money and to seek help. We wanted to see the world change. We had a vision of what it could look like, and that's what we wanted to do. And a professor that I had at King's College, years after I had been in her class, she asked me, you know, is it everything you thought it would be? And I said, no. She said, well, what did you think it would be? I said, I wanted to watch rainbows and change the world and see miracles every day. And she said, and what are you doing? I said, I'm asking for money all day.
Long-term care for children with disabilities is greater than ever before. These people, the nonprofit organizations that were sitting side by side, being fortunate enough to be invited to this group, feel so grateful. A grateful heart, having never met this gentleman. But knowing that his legacy is being carried on because of the stewards of the money in the room is so powerful. And to think like you're actually talking to him. Like I felt like if he was sitting there and had money to give out, that I would be able to connect with him and explain to him the need. And by way of being here with these other worthy nonprofits, it's like we're sitting here having a conversation with Mr. Shivo. I hope he's smiling down when these gifts are awarded, and not only now for the future, because he left a legacy that will probably outlive all of us. That's another very powerful thing of what philanthropy could do. So we're grateful to be a part of this, certainly grateful to be in the room with these amazing nonprofit organizations.
You know, that's one of the unique things about the forum too, is because when we have them, you'll have individuals who have been in the fundraising and development career for a long, long time. But then you also have these small little organizations, whether it's the local fire department or police department, just speaking from the heart, just speaking from the front lines, really.
It's $5,823.
My name's Brandon Cressman, and I am the fire chief of the West Hazleton Fire Department. Behind the scenes, there's a lot of cost that takes into effect before we can actually go out and help the community. A fire truck, for example, is $1.2 million. Even before we put the equipment that's needed to help the public or the community. And then we start talking about our fire gear that we put on during when there's an emergency, which costs us anywhere between $55,000 to $6,000. That's including the helmet, the coat, the pants, the boots, the gloves, and the flashlight and the hood that we have to put on. And that's a lot of the administrative costs that we are faced with and have to deal with on a day-to-day basis in order to provide top protection to the community in the surrounding area.
We went into this grant process being new. We did not want to be bold and walk in saying, give us the absolute maximum amount of money you can throw at us. So we went in with, I think, an appropriate sense of humility and being humble so that we could end up perhaps outfitting one firefighter with some new gear.
Then when we actually received the letter here, we were just ecstatic. We were blown away because we received the $10,000, which was the full amount.
We were elated. In fact, the email that I sent pretty quickly right after to Jessica at the Luzerne Foundation was, I almost just fell out of my chair. My hair stood up on the back of my neck. I thought it was a typo, and it wasn't. So that's how we felt about getting the $10,000.
We are very thankful for the Luzerne Foundation along with the Pasco Shivo Foundation for awarding us the full grant through their association. This allows us to provide protection to not only our firefighters, but the 5,000 some members of our community that we serve and its surrounding communities.
A Shivo Scholar receives 2 years of financial support here at Penn State Hazleton. I became a scholar in 2023, and finding out that news, it was just groundbreaking. My mom was ecstatic about it. College is a struggle for everybody, and as much as I wish it was affordable, I am so blessed to have this opportunity. My mom is a single mother, so to have her receive that news and be relieved of so much financial burden, it is something that I cannot express how grateful I am. As one of the many Shivo recipients, I speak for the group when I say we are so grateful and so thankful for the future you have given us.
It's really inspiring to see how one person had the best interests of his hometown and wanted to benefit it in perpetuity. So our hope and our goal is to not only transform the community, but inspire other people like Pasco to do the same in their own areas. And that's really where I see real change and real impact happening.
Pasco Shivo is everything that I want to become. He's truly a North Star for me. As I've gone through this process to learn more about him, I'm finding the person who I want to become. And I can relate in so many ways, coming from, a need, starting here locally. I don't have children of my own and I'm trying to build a legacy. My children are my community, so I'm trying to leave my community, something they can be proud of. So just watching what he's done is inspiring, and I'm looking for ways to complement that. And if I can achieve just a fraction of the success that he did and the impact to his legacy, I'd be very proud of that. So there's one thing to see a name on a wall that somebody donated. It's another thing to see the legacy living in real time.
I have to do something about it for the betterment of our society, for the betterment of that person, and so that person can be a happy, successful person and enjoy the American dream and be successful in the American society.